This is directed by Chris Reynolds and Kyle Balda, and it has the voice talents of Zac Efron, Taylor Swift, Danny DeVito, and several others.
So the story of the Lorax is, of course, a Dr. Seuss book, and pretty much what it is that there's a guy that has an invention called a Thneed, and he finds the forest where all the truffula trees are and decides to start cutting them down. After he cuts down the first tree, the Lorax comes and he is the speaker of the trees. And pretty much the story is about what the Lorax says and what the guy does.
Well put. And it's a Sneed.
Sneed?
Yeah.
I thought it was a Thneed.
No, Sneed.
Sneed.
Well, it's TH, but it's pronounced S, I think.
Okay. Sneed. The film definitely beat my expectations for the movie. I was thinking that they were just gonna go over the book, but they went into a lot more detail.
Yeah, for me, I was, expecting, just a fun kids movie, and there's a lot of kids films out there that can appeal to adults as well. But sadly, I couldn't stand this movie. I couldn't. And unless, there's a Spy Kids 4 for this year, this is going to end up on my worst of the year list. There are things in this movie that I felt was very inappropriate for kids.
Really?
Near-death experiences with knives and razor blades, and I was like, what are you thinking? There are kids watching this film and you're tossing around knives like there's no tomorrow.
Well, it makes it more realistic instead of just, woo, I'm driving, and it's like, oh, danger.
Yeah, but it's a kid's film. There were certain things that I just don't think kids should have been exposed to. I
liked it, even though it was mainly for kids, I felt that there was still something for the adults and everything. And I don't know, I feel that since I read this book a lot when I was little, I really liked the movie a lot, and it was just good all over.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I didn't read the book, so I can't really, look back and say, I remember this and I remember that.
Well, no wonder you didn't like it then.
Well, no, I could have disliked the book. I will give this film two things. As with any animated film, it was beautiful, it was very well done. The colors, the lighting, all of it was very well done. Props to the people who made the film, And also, the 3D actually was really good, I gotta say. Better than any live-action film I've seen recently. But besides that, the story was boring. I didn't like any of the characters. I'm not just saying this to be a dick. I'm giving you my honest opinion. The musical numbers, annoying as heck. Literally, the first one was, I was cringing, and by the time the last one came out, I was like, just stop.
Yeah, they weren't necessary.
And they were so cheesy.
So cheesy. It was just almost, you just wanted to click it off, like
I know.
TV.
By the end of this film, and I don't know in terms of length, but by the maybe last 20 minutes, I just wanted to leave. I was done. I just couldn't stand it. I mean, I didn't hate this film, but it just did not work for me. And speaking of length, this film is an hour and a half long. It feels like 2 hours.
It was the songs. They just made it a lot longer.
Was it that?
Yes.
Okay.
I would give this movie probably a 3.5.
I'm gonna give it 2 out of 5. They've been on and off with this, but how would you have felt? And I know it's kind of hard to imagine this, but how would you have felt if this was live action?
Ooh, I don't think they would have done very well.
Because it would have been like Yogi Bear, where it was live action with a lot of CG characters.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is Yogi Bear was horrible. I love the story, love the cartoons, all that stuff, but just once they put it into live action and created the Yogi Bear and all that stuff, it just turned horrible and kind of didn't really give it the credit that it needed.
Yeah.
So don't think the Lorax would have done good.
Okay.